From the back of the backlot of a movie studio in Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
You know.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're gonna need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. I have made many references on this program to having been possessed about getting to where I am doing this radio show. I decided a lot of things early in my life. When I was 8 years old, I said, no kids for me. That's true. And when I was 14, I did my first radio show, and then I was possessed with that. And doing a radio show became my obsession. And that was something that anybody I was in a relationship with was going to have to understand. Unfortunately, that's the kind of thing that sounds easy to grasp, understand, or even be in favor of, you know. Lots of people like listening to the radio, or they think it's a cool job. There's a lot of people like that. Maybe you're one of them. But being honest with you, being candid with you about what has happened in my life, what looks cool on the outside may not be so cool once you have to live with it. For a variety of reasons. Everything from, I work a lot harder than you think. I work a lot more hours than most people think. Most people think I work, 3, 4, 5 hours a day and that's it. No. I read, I watch the news, I talk to people in my business. I have lunches and dinners with clients and ad agencies and people at radio stations. I travel many weeks a year for this show. This year alone, I've been in Dallas and Portland, Oregon, home of the other white meat, and I've been in Kentucky, and I've been in London, England. I mean, I've been around. And many times what happens is somebody who gets with me, which is why I have been living alone now for a couple of years, somebody who gets with me will frequently get fed up or say, can't you do something about this? Or, I get this one, are you ever going to retire? Not till I have to. I'd be insane. And there have been times when I've been with people who never said they were fed up and never said they couldn't take it anymore, but they were just in the way. Or they had other things in the way that they just couldn't see or couldn't prevent. I never forget, I was moving from one city to another, and I was living with somebody, and you can tell this goes back a ways, her 9-year-old son. We were living together. And it got to the point where the kid was, doing everything he could to get attention away from me and his mother. I mean, causing all kinds of havoc, acting out, what have you. I'm not a child psychologist, but it was clear this kid wanted to take the focus off me and put it back on him. So when I got a job in another city, I came home and I announced that I had this job, and my ex said to me, so when are we moving? I said, we're not moving. I'm moving. We are moving. You know, you guys all the time say to me, I don't know how to get her out. She won't leave. Well, one great way if you're in the radio business is you get a job in another city, which happens to us all the time. I had a job in another city, and I said, that's it. I'm out of here. And so I said, you know, you could stay here in this place if you want to. I'm gone. I left. She stayed. I've said on this program many times that women are dream killers. Sometimes they don't intend to be dream killers. They don't even know what that means. But they demand attention. They demand you spend money on crap. You know, one walk through the mall with a chick, or one Saturday morning hand-in-hand at IKEA, and you see how much crap women love to buy. Stuff they don't need, stuff you don't need, stuff you never knew you wanted. In fact, you probably never did want it. And suddenly your life becomes focused on buying crap you don't need and then figuring out ways to pay for it. How many of you out there right now have big credit card bills? Because you call in, I've talked to you guys, you know, and I say, how'd you get $1,000 in credit card debt? How'd you get $1,500 in credit card debt? And the answer is, oh, no, you know, we bought a few things we needed. And, no, somebody decided you needed that stuff. And I've been with chicks who just have literally gotten in the way of my career. Chicks who've asked me to retire, chicks who've asked me to find another job, another career path. You're right, Dean. I've had women who want me to stop doing Flash Friday on the radio, stop signing racks, stop appearing in clubs, stop having the Leykis appear with me in public. Oh, yeah, I've gotten all of those. And the best way to solve that problem was just to say, you know what, I'm going spouse-free. I'm going girlfriend-free. I'm going live-in partner-free. I'm just going to be free of all of that. I know many of you out there have a dream, okay? It could be anything. My dream, by the way, is a very unusual dream. Chances are it's not your dream. But you could very well have a dream. I'm going to give you some examples of dreams people commonly have, okay? Maybe you have a dream to own a business. Any kind of business. Construction business, contracting business, fast food franchise, whatever. Long hours, lots of capital required to get started. Women don't like that. Women don't want to spend capital building a business. They want to spend it on shoes. How many of you are performers of some kind? Musicians, most commonly, actors. How many of you are, interested in entertaining somehow? Comedians, okay? And you got the girlfriend. You thought that would give you a sense of stability in your life, and all it gives you is another nagging mom trying to stop you, trying to tell you should do something more sensible for a living. Right? How many of you are trying to go to school? School costs money, takes time, studying. You might get a little cranky, staying up late, studying, trying to work, trying to make ends meet. I'm sure many of you have been stymied by a companion, usually a woman, who will try to stop you from succeeding. How many of you have had to end a relationship? How many of you have to kick somebody out the door or kick them out of your life because you need to pursue your dream? How many of you have done that? Doesn't matter what the dream is. Could be anything. My dad had a dream he never realized. His dream was to own a bar. He had a job for 43 years, but his dream was to work till he retired and then take his retirement money and buy a bar. My dad liked the sauce. He liked hitting the sauce, and what better way to hit the sauce with your buddies than to buy like an Irish bar in the suburbs somewhere and tell your buddies to come down and watch the game at the bar. He loved that. Never happened. Never happened. Me, I have tried to realize every dream I've ever had, but the way you have to do it is you have to get the interlopers out of the way. You got to get them out of the way. I'm wondering if you've kicked one of these dream killers to the curb. I'm wondering if you've pushed somebody out of the way. I'm wondering if you have just had to end a relationship because you had a dream, you had a goal, you had a mission. You were driven, and the other person didn't understand it, or they weren't driven like you, and they didn't know how driven you were, that you were so driven that you'd kick them the hell out. Have you ever kicked somebody to the curb? Have you done it recently? That's what I'd like to know. Or maybe you're about to do it. Or maybe you've gotten kicked to the curb because you didn't fit into somebody's life plan. If that's you, if you're any one of those people, I want to talk to you.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
You got an email here from like 19, 20-year-old girls who say, I've been listening to you since I was 13. And they send me pictures in bikinis and stuff. You would not believe what I'm seeing over here. I'm raising the next generation.
17-year-old girls look like they're 23.
And when they're old enough, I'm going to be spanking the next generation.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, yes. It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thank you for tuning in. Peter on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Dad.
How you doing, son?
Oh, man, I've been missing to talk to you. I'm a prodigal son. I came back to the show.
You did? Where were you hiding out? You had a girlfriend, I'll bet.
You know what, Tom? I'd be lying if I said you were wrong.
Why are you listening to him? Turn that off.
You know what? I can't, there's no words to describe the life that gets sucked out of your soul for a woman.
Oh, I'm well aware. No one knows better than I do.
Tom, you know what, besides the fact that, I was on the topic of, who kicked their girl to the curb for their career, is that this girl she would show up at school, you're studying too much. I spent 10 grand in 6 months and I don't know what. I'm looking back and I'm like, what the hell do I have after all this? Just crap. Crap, complete crap.
Right. And by the way, I warned you about that stuff years ago, but did you pay any attention to me? No, you knew more than I did, didn't you?
I'm a prodigal. I'm a prodigal son.
For some reason, you just decided I didn't know what I was talking about.
And she looked good. She looked good on paper. She really did. Virgin, going to church, the whole thing it totally just caught my mind's eye. And, guess what she's doing right now? She's banging the dude that she cheated on me with.
Yeah, but she's going to church, and isn't that nice?
Yeah, want to hear something else? Okay, the apartment I kicked her to the curb about a month ago. I was like, I'm done with you. She didn't have anybody to watch the dog. She said she's going on a mission trip. Guess what she did? She spent the weekend with that dude while I'm watching the dogs.
There you go, pal. Good work. You got everything you deserved and more.
I don't, since I started listening to you, just the light clicked. Times have changed. It's no longer 20-year marriages. It just doesn't work that way. And here's the thing. Besides the fact that I'm starting to take your advice on, I need your advice on something. It's like, like you're telling me, I see how hard you work. I saw you at the Camachos. I was like, man, if that guy can do it, I can do it. And, I'm in my third year of college. I'm trying to get my mechanical engineering degree. I'm working my ass off. I get to work at 4:30 in the morning. I leave 3:30. I get to school at 4. I get off of school at 10. I'm studying till midnight at Starbucks, hooking up with girls there. And sometimes, it does, that loneliness comes back, and I can see why guys do it. And it's just I just got to train and tell myself, stop.
Well, the thing is, the loneliness only exists for a short time.
Yeah.
It's like when you get a vasectomy. Your nuts are going to hurt for a while. So you put that bag of ice in your lap and you live with it for a while, and then after a while the pain goes away.
Yeah, I really had to talk to you about this. I really did. I needed someone to just tell me, it's going to be cool, you can be all right. I'm not making a grip of money. I'm making enough for me. I really am. you know, and yeah, I listen to you every day. I turn it on, besides the entertainment and information, I turn it on for encouragement. You are a real encouragement to guys that are not only taking your advice now, but guys that have just taken it and are trying to get through this mess, you know, that thinking, oh, man, I just ruined the love of my life. Oh, I just ruined my future. You didn't ruin crap. You know, you took a stand for yourself. You took your manhood back. There's so many guys that just have their nuts castrated by women, and I'm working with these guys, and every time I turn you on full blast, everybody knows I listen to you now, and I can hear them under their breath saying, yep, ah, God, yep. And I'm like, you ain't happy. You're not happy. Why are you lying?
How did she react when you dumped her, by the way?
What?
Besides banging the other guy, how did she react when you dumped her?
Oh, you know what? See, the thing is, I was telling her, I knew it for about 2 weeks. I knew it. And you know what? Guess what she pulled? She pulled the let's get married crap. And I told her no. And then she's like, I want a baby.
Again, Peter, all you're doing is proving to me that I know what I'm talking about.
And you know what, Tom? You have a lot of prodigals out there. You have a lot of prodigal sons. I don't know how you're going to get them back. But for the sake of... Oh,
they all come back. They all come back sniveling later on after their hearts are broken or after their bank accounts are empty. Yep. They all come back. You know, they all come back. By the way, I've seen the ratings, you know. Some people went away for a while. They're all coming back now.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, for the reason I honestly listen to you is you really encourage me. It gets hard. It gets hard when I get off of work. I got to go to school. I got to study. And sometimes I got to tell you don't got time for girls. You don't even got time to get laid. The time you have is to make a future. Right. And I listen to you for encouragement. You know, when you tell me about your raw IRAs and how hard you work going from city to city, I mean, to me, it's just like, man, if this guy did it, yeah, he screwed up with the 4 marriages, but look, the guy's got advice. He's trying to hook guys up. He's telling the truth, and I know there's a 24-year-old, you know, tied down, less of a man dude that's tied down with the girl that's listening right now, and he's thinking about it. He's that close. He's that close.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have to take the girl telling him, oh, by the way, when I said I was at church, I was really with this guy. It shouldn't take that.
You already knew something was wrong.
I knew it.
But she's
not approved overtime. Why is there a blanket in the back of her car?
Yeah, you kept going.
You know, and she pulled the, I miss you, I love you, I'm suicidal, I'm driving on the freeway. She got admitted to Kaiser Hospital. It was a whole wreck, and I told her, I don't feel sorry for you. You're a selfish pig.
That she is. I'm glad you're finally on the right path. Can't believe what you went through, though. Wow. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Here comes Sam on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Sam.
How you doing, buddy?
Great.
Well, this is my story. I'm currently a civil engineering student at Cal State Long Beach. And I made the mistake of not listening to you and got into a serious relationship with a dancer, nonetheless. She's a dance major, so she never could understand the dedication and time I have to put in to be a civil engineer. And it just didn't work out. You know, I'm studying 24 hours a day, top 10% in my class, National Honor Society, trying to make something of myself, and this girl wanted all my time. So, you know what? I finally took your advice and just kicked her to the curb.
Yeah, I mean, the real truth is you shouldn't be getting into those situations.
Exactly, and I wish I would have listened. I've been a long-time listener, and I know your rules, but, you know, you get caught up sometimes. You know, you start thinking, hey, this might be the one girl, and I was an idiot. Young, dumb kid. I'm only 22, and almost made a big mistake. I was, you know, my schoolwork was starting to slip a little bit, and, you know, I caught myself and said, hey, you know, this girl's no good for me. And, you know, it actually told her she was a distraction, which didn't go down too well. She didn't like that.
That's what she was.
Yeah. So, eventually, you know, kicked her to the curb, and now I got my life back together. Still going out. I actually got called out on being a listener of yours the other night.
Love it.
I was at a bar, and this girl comes up to me, start talking to her. She goes, don't you want to buy me a drink? I go, sweetie, I never buy a girl a drink until I bang her. And she goes, you're a Tom Leykis listener, aren't you? I go, yes, sir.
Did she walk away?
Oh, no. I kept talking to her, got her number. Didn't pursue it much farther, though. Don't like girls that ask for drinks.
I don't either, but you see, she gave you her number anyway.
Exactly. Thanks to you, buddy.
You're right. All right, Sam.
Hey, but, thanks a lot for talking to me, Tom.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Mark on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom.
Mark.
How you doing, Father?
Doing great, son.
I am a musician, and I live in the Southern California area, and you know I got big dreams. I got big dreams like a lot of other aspiring entertainers in the Southern California area, and I had this battle axe burden of a chick. She was a ball and chain, and I'll tell you what, I had to DTB.
Why did you have a girlfriend?
You know, I was listening to you. Some things I was ignoring. I have no idea why, but I'm telling you, ever since I parted ways, and that was just last weekend. Ever since I have parted ways, I have effed 3 of her friends.
Very nice.
I almost effed her mom.
Really?
Man, it has been the wildest ride. And I'm talking about in the past week and a half. It's been, and to all the guys out there, to all the guys, if you have dreams of being in the entertainment industry, to being, you know, climbing up the corporate ladder, to even making money in general, just like what you say, to making money, women are the biggest hindrance. They want your bank account. They want to suck you dry. Women are a succubus, and you know that.
Oh, really?
Really, and I mean, and the worst part about it was, you know, my band, we have a show out in L.A. We come out there. I cannot even make eye contact with women, let alone get any tail at any clubs that we play at. You know, I got a girlfriend. She's whining in the corner. She wants me to buy her those $12 drinks.
Right, she wants you to come down off the stage and go buy them, like go to the bar and get her the drinks, right?
Exactly. She wants to in between song 2 and 3, she's whining, wants me to come down there and get her a gin and tonic.
Hey, I had chicks, one in particular I'm thinking about right now, who would come to one of my events where I appear on stage, and she would, I've got to think about going on stage and performing like you do. And she's saying, I don't have a laminate, I don't have a badge. Where do I get a drink? How am I supposed to get something to eat around here? It's like, how about you buy something? She thought there's like an open tab, and why isn't anyone paying attention to me? Why aren't people paying attention? I'm the queen. I'm with you. I should be getting treated special.
Man, I'll tell you what. Since I told you, it's been a week and a half, I would encourage any guy out there, any guy that has a dream of becoming something more than
whatever they are now,
female golf caddy for these women, to straight up DTB. That is my mantra. That is my mantra. When I wake up in the morning, I thank God. I'm an atheist just like you, but if there is a God, I thank him for you and your gospel, Tom. I got to tell you, you have saved my life, and I'm sure that you have saved many guys' lives.
Sounds good to me, Mark. Thank you so much for the call. Wow. 1-800-5800-TOM. This is Karen on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. I don't hate you, but...
Why, thank you.
But I am married with a child, so I'm not probably your typical listener. And I know you speak to generalities. Maybe I'm the exception to the rule, but I thought I ought to share my story. When I met my husband in college, at the time he wasn't my husband, he was about to fail out for his third time. And he was living maybe something similar to the Leykis lifestyle. He was banging broads, he was partying a lot, and he really wasn't focusing on his studies until I came. Maybe I nagged, maybe you could say I encouraged, but I was the one that really got him to start studying. And it turns out that he's brilliant. He finally succeeded through college. I worked and supported him so he could go to grad school. Now he's making well over 6 figures. And I've been there to support him every step of the way.
But he needed Mommy to help him.
Well, he's got a nice lifestyle now, so who cares if he needed someone to whip him in the butt?
Well, I couldn't handle that. I'll tell you right now, I had my dream, and if I needed Mommy to whip me in the butt, that's not my dream. It's really not my dream.
Oh, so you think I steered him in a dream that's more mine, maybe, rather than his?
No, I'm just saying that he was clearly he wasn't motivated, and that means it wasn't as much his dream as he thought it was. Maybe it was something he was doing to please his parents or please his friends, or who knows? Maybe it was your dream. I don't know.
Well, that's all I got to say, Tom, but I do want to let you know that I'm a fan, and my husband would kill me if he knew I was on the phone with you right now. He hates that I listen to your show. I think a good deal of the stuff you say makes sense, but at least in this case, I might be the exception to the rule.
All right, Karen, thank you for the call.
1-800-5800-TOM. Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
He doesn't know you're leaving. He thinks you're staying.
Well, how can I stay with somebody when they sat there and they lied?
Again, why are you still with him now?
Because I'm a girl. I'm stupid.
Okay, I'll buy that.
This is the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM, that's our telephone number. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Wondering how many of you out there, how many of you have had to dump somebody because you were trying to achieve a dream? You were trying, and she didn't understand what it would take and got in your way. For God's sake, 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Tom on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom.
Yes.
Hey. Long time, first time.
Thank you.
Hey, so I had this chick I was dating, right? And I'm trying to be a pro biker. So to be a pro at anything, you got to put a lot of time into it, you know. So on the weekends, I usually put like 6 to 8 hours, you know, or more, whatever, to beat yourself. And then by the end of the day, usually you get tired. So then this chick would be like, "Oh, let's go out Saturday night," you know. And I'm like, "Dude, I just rode 8 hours." You know, you feel like like you just got hit by a car. So then she comes out one week and says, "Is this how it's going to be every weekend?" And I was like, oh, as soon as I heard that, I was like, "That's it, dude." I heard the door slam in front of me. I was like, "That's it." After that, it was done. Send her ass out.
Wow.
You know?
How did she react when you dumped her?
Oh, well, you know, they don't like it. But it's like, you know, any girl that tells you, "Oh, well, is this how it's going to be?" Or, you know, "We got to spend more time," you know. And it's like, you know, if they don't care about your passion, why should you care about theirs, you know?
Right.
Yeah. You know, it's like, geez. I mean, I was expecting her to hear, "Oh, you know, I'm going to make you food. I'm going to give you a massage," because, you know, that's what you want. You don't want to go out drinking and partying if that's not, you know.
What were you doing with a girlfriend anyway?
Yeah, she wasn't even my girlfriend yet. I've been dating her for a few months. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Jesus."
That's pretty outrageous.
That's why I was like, "Man, it's not even my girlfriend yet. Imagine how it'd be when she's my girlfriend. Then when she's your wife, I mean, geez. You know? Probably tell me to sell my bike. Probably, you know. You can't deal with that. You know.
Yeah, I know. You know? 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Robert on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hello?
Hello, Tom.
Yes.
So let me get back into it. We've got, let's go back to circa 1998. I'm 18 years old, just getting into producing underground events. I'm a DJ, want to be this rock star DJ, of course, a very hardworking young man. I throw a party out in the Mojave Desert in the middle of nowhere, and lo and behold, I run into my dream girl, the girl that I've seen since I was 11 in my sleep and in my hand. Well, come to see, I lose contact with this girl. You know, I just met her this one night. It's random. 2 or 3 years later, I'm doing another event. I'm much further along in my career. I'm 21 years old. I'm actually doing nightclubs now. Things are going really well. And I run into this girl again. She's at one of my bigger events. I start talking to her. I'm like, wow, I can't believe that you're here. You're amazing. She continues to tell me that her brother is actually one of the biggest promoters in Mexico. He does events in San Diego. She's been into the DJ scene since she was 11 years old, has been to underground events and nightclubs since she was 14. She's very familiar with everything, and that she thinks dating a DJ is going to be the best thing since sliced bread. We continue to date for the next 3 years, and during this time, well, I should have gotten out within a year, but being young and 21 and thinking I was smart, obviously didn't realize how stupid I really was. Thought things could be fixed, or maybe if I tried harder that she would change. So this girl starts telling me that she doesn't want me to play at nightclubs that have girls in bikinis on the flyer anymore. Okay. Well, then she doesn't want me to play at nightclubs with girls on stage or go-go dancers on poles of any kind. Geez, well, I guess. Then this girl doesn't want me to play any nightclub where she can't attend, if she can't get in for free. If I can get her the airfare, let's say I'm booked in Florida and I can't get her the airfare or the hotel there, doesn't want me to do that. And I'm like, well, you know, my whole goal in this is to kind of be a DJ and, you know, further my career and hopefully start a label, which is what I'm doing now. Well, she wasn't having any of it, and I thought this was amazing that this girl that told me from day one, until she had her hooks into me, until she was actually living with me, did any of this come out, that she fully supported what I was doing, that she loved DJs, that she loved nightclubs, that she loved the scene, and she was very familiar with it, and that it was actually part of her family. Now, I finally dumped this girl after 3 years of misery and 6 months after taking pills and going to therapist and realizing that maybe she wasn't my dream girl and maybe I should just get over it and move on with my life. Now, I'm doing what she told me over the entire 3 years was never going to satisfy me. You know, Robert, if you're out clubbing all the time, smoking pot, playing video games, you are not going to be happy. Well, now I work with medical cannabis. I play records 24 hours a day, play nightclubs, produce nightclubs, run a small independent label, and when I'm not doing that, I'm playing video games, and it's oddly satisfying.
Well, there you go, Robert. So what do you need a girlfriend for? What do you need a dream girl for?
No, don't need a dream girl. Don't need, see, these are all things that I had firmly believed in. I didn't realize that it was just the Robbins brothers and Hallmark perpetuating a joke.
There you go. It's a conspiracy with the Robbins brothers. That's what it is. Skip and Steve, they're behind the conspiracy. 1-800-5800-TOM. I'm trying to imagine Skip and Steve getting together with Hallmark for a meeting. I got an idea, Skip. Let's meet with Hallmark and have a conspiracy. All right, Steve. 1-800-5800-TOM. Sarah on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. I'm going to say hello a total of 3 times. And then I'm going to be done here, okay? Sarah, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
That's only number 2.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
With the radio turned up?
Yeah.
Well, it's not supposed to be turned up. It's supposed to be turned off.
Okay, hold on, Tom.
Hold on? Dean told you to turn it off.
Okay, Tom. I'm not ready to argue with you. I just want to know why you guys bash women so much.
Will you turn the radio on? We'll start talking about it.
Hold on.
Thank you for waiting. Your patience is appreciated. Please hold the line and we'll be right back with you.
appreciate your time and patience. Please stay on the line.
Sarah? I guess the radio is located in Bolivia. All right, darling, it's just been a little slice of heaven. Thank you so much. Bitch. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Suzanne on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Hey.
I got to tell you this. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Okay.
Your advice normally goes, like, to men kicking women to the curb because they're succubuses and all this other stuff. Well, I was at a point in my life that I wanted, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to do something in the medical field. Decided I wanted to go to nursing school. The person I was living with and had a long-term relationship at the time was not interested in me doing that because I was already working 2 full-time jobs. And therefore, I wouldn't have any time to spend with this person and their son. So one day I came home and I got pissed off and I packed up my stuff and I left. And I pursued my dream, became a nurse, became a director of nurses, and then out of the blue, this person all of a sudden looks me up and wants to get back together. And it's like you can't just do that. You know, I mean, when you do something that you've wanted to do all your life and you accomplish it and you do it and you kick the person to the curb who's holding you back, you don't want them in your life later.
Well, I happen to agree with you, but, you know, the bottom line here is that whoever you get with probably didn't want to be with you when you were trying to become successful, which is why I tell people to avoid serious relationships until they reach their dreams. Because I must tell you, I have been successful at my dream now for years. And I have met women who, while they may be wonderful to hang out with today, if they had to be with me through the years of getting fired from jobs in radio and having to move from city to city when a job was over, or the time when I was out of work or making $160 a week, they never would have tolerated it.
True.
So whoever you get with, there's no guarantee they would have been any more reasonable than the guy you're avoiding.
Well, I think what it was is a financial stability that person wanted in their life once I obtained a permanent financial stability for myself. And he wasn't in the picture, and I think that pissed him off.
That could very well be.
You know, so, you know, whatever. You know, I listen to your show all the time, and I don't always agree with your advice on women because not all women are the same, but a big majority of them are.
There you go, dear.
Have a good day, Tom.
You too. Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jim on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello,
What's
Jim.
going on?
Not much.
Hey, I just called. I wanted to tell you that this topic applies to me. My girlfriend kicked me to the curb for her job, for her career. She was working as a bartender, and she got promoted to the general manager and started working like 12-hour days. And she just came to me, and she's like, you know what? We need a break. I don't think it's going to work out. And I held on to it like a pussy for, you know, like 2 weeks, and then I finally gave up. But I have much respect for, you know, I thought she was a keeper. She wants to work on her career. That's exactly what I was doing. But, you know, she kicked me to the curb.
Well, how did I feel?
I felt like crap.
Well, she probably did you and herself a big favor. No doubt about it. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.